In this Path of Exile build guide, I'm going to show you the Mercenary class that I've been running. Now, I don't really mess with the meta builds, don't really care about them. I just like to do my own thing, make my own builds. It's much more fun for me. So I'm going to show you what I've been using to basically level up, get as far as I can in the campaign, and also show you exactly how to actually use this build. So let's get started. First of all, we're going to go through the skills because that's the pretty much most important thing here. So I use the armor piercing rounds basically so I can just spam, one tap spam. I'm not the really type of guy to do lots of different buttons. And I have the armor demolisher. What this does is it breaks the armor 50%, supported skill breaks 50% more armor. This is really important. And then what I have is the, basically what happens is when the armor breaks, there is an explosion on the enemy. So let me show you kind of how that works. We're quite strong now, so we're going to kill these enemies pretty quick, but we'll see if we can get an explosion going here. Yeah, see, so those enemies just exploded right there. That's what that does, basically. That's just fun and more damage. Now, the next one we run, and this is for like AoE and things like that and mobbing and getting groups of enemies, is we run the explosive grenade. And with the explosive grenade, this is the stats here. You can have a look, you probably know what this is. And what I do is I run the supported skills have 35% increased area of effect. And then we also run the supported skills deals 35% less damage, but it fires 2 additional projectiles, and it has 20% less skill speed. So basically we fire projectiles, like the grenade projectiles like this. Let's see if we can find some enemies to kind of do this on real quick. We missed them, but that's essentially what it does. We can just spam these out. So before we get into the rest of the stats, I'll explain how I play this class. What I do is when I go into mobs, I basically spam the grenades, I roll back, and then I just do this. That's exactly how I play this class. When I'm fighting a boss, I can basically dodge, roll in the same spot, and just go around the boss like that, and just spam the grenades. So that's basically how I play it. And then you can spam the grenades as far as you want, off the screen even. That's how you play it. It's very simple, but it's a two button build. That's kind of like your single target one. It's not very good for mobbing. And then this is your mobbing.
Need more time.
So that's it. And then, so now I also run this little banner thing here. So the war banner, I don't really use it that much, but basically when you build it up, you get more attack damage and accuracy. So now let's just go into the player stats real quick. These are not really too important right now because I'm only level 18, okay? But basically what I found with this build, it's around the wrong way right now, but I've been testing it out. I found that having as much armor as possible with this particular build right now is better than having evasion. So my armor was around about 40% and I was doing much better. I'm just testing some stuff out. So try to get your armor up as much as you can with this build. And I'm basically speccing into dexterity for accuracy. If you don't know what accuracy is, basically enemies that have higher evasion, you don't miss as much, etc. And I am doing a little bit of strength just for that armor as well. And that's pretty much it for that. For the passives, the passive tree I'll respec at a later stage, but we have projectile damage. So the thing with your skills, you want to see if you go to your skill, it says projectile at the top, and then this says projectile as well. So the projectile passives scale those. So we have projectile damage, we have attack speed here. This is important for this build. We have projectile damage as well. We have increased projectile damage and then some dexterity and strength. And then I go down here and I put in dex, strength, and I go to this node here and I have some critical chance. This has actually helped quite a bit with this build. Go down here. Now keep in mind, I'm going to change this as I build this out. Dex, strength, intelligence. I don't know why I did intelligence there. That's not necessary because I don't have a mana problem. And then we go increased grenade damage, increased cooldown recovery, increased cooldown recovery on grenades, increased cooldown recovery, and then we're going to go to this node here and then this node here. Now this is the gear that I'm running. The gear is pretty outdated on this build. right now. I need to get some better gear, but let me just explain to you how all the damage works. So with the crossbow here, we are doing, so our basically both of our attacks here do fire damage, right? So these do fire damage. And then this one here, the explosions do fire damage. So we want to be scaling that. So this does, we've added 8 to 12 to fire damage, increased bolt speed, that's like velocity. And then we basically have fire damage, accuracy rating, a little bit of strength there. And the mana's kind of helpful, I suppose. But I need to upgrade this. One of the most important things with Path of Exiles 2 when leveling is upgrading armor is all good, but you want to try and upgrade your weapon as much as you can because any little increase in damage helps so much when leveling. This is just kind of like a random stuff that I have. So once again, armor, accuracy, maximum life, some fire resistance, which is really good in Act 2. And then we have some evasion here. So what I would do, and this is kind of where I've probably gone wrong with this build a little bit, I'm probably going to swap this out for an armor set soon, because that's what works best for me. This is the ring that I'm running. This is the amulet. This is the ring. These are the boots that I'm running. This is the belt. This is the handpiece that I'm running. You want to try and get increased attack speed on this. It's really, really good. And that's really the build. There's nothing else to it. It's super simple, super easy to do, easy to run. 2 buttons, that's it. No meta rubbish, just 2 buttons. That's it. You don't need to do anything else.
Need a sec. 2
buttons for the dads that come home and want to play a couple hours a day. This is the build to do. I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe.